Hayden's cold gaze froze me in my spot. It didn't help that I was still drenched and the cold on my body hadn't subsided. His gaze made me feel even colder, as if I was once again submerged in icy water. "Stay there," he commanded harshly. He didn't care that the blood on my arms and forehead was dripping down, tainting the white floor of the ward with red splotches of blood. Sophia was lying on the bed looking pale and weak, and the doctor was examining her. There were nurses, the Gamma couples, and some pack members gathered outside the ward. I could hear the murmuring of the pack members outside the ward. "I can't believe the Luna dared to push Sophia down the cliff. Who would have thought that she was so heartless? Isn't it obvious that she was jealous? The Alpha favors Sophia more than the Luna. She must have thought Sophia was a threat and wanted to kill her." Hearing their hurtful remarks and looking at the accusing gazes of everyone in the room, I felt myself going pale. I clenched my t-shirt tightly and bit my lips. It hurt. "I'm sorry, but we couldn't save your baby," the doctor said after checking and putting Sophia on the drip. The doctor's words seemed to be like a death sentence to me. Sophia began crying hysterically. Why? Why must this happen to me? I've lost my mate, and now I lost the only gift he left me. I've lost our baby. Sophia's wail was very heartbreaking. If I didn't know the truth, I might even be moved to tears by her performance of being a heartbroken widow who had lost her child. Charlotte, Hayden's sister, Milla, suddenly approached me and raised her hand high, giving me a slap on the cheek. I wasn't expecting it and couldn't stop her or dodge it. My mate just looked at us coldly with no intention of stopping his sister. "Are you happy now?" she glared at me. "You have killed her baby. You are very vicious for pushing her off the cliff. Kneel and apologize to her." I looked at Hayden and tried to explain. "Hayden, I can explain." Hayden sneered. "What can you explain?" "That you viciously pushed her off the cliff and jumped with her so everyone thinks that you were also a victim. But she pushed herself down the cliff and pulled me along." I tried to explain what really happened frantically. "Do you think everyone is stupid and blind? Why would Sophia jump off the cliff when it's dangerous for her condition?" Hayden snarled. "But I really didn't push her." I kept trying to defend myself and told him the truth. "Enough." Hayden roared, and his alpha aura rolled off his body, making everyone, including me, cower in fear. "Stop lying and trying to slander Sophia. You have killed my brother's baby. Kneel and apologize to Sophia just like Milla had said," he said coldly. His words made me freeze in my spot again. Why wouldn't he believe me? Why would he believe someone else's words, but not his mate's? Was it true that he was in love with Sophia? I didn't even want to apologize to Sophia, much less kneel. For my mate to ask me to do those two things was humiliating. And it angered me. "I'm not going to kneel or apologize." "I didn't do anything wrong," I growled. "If you don't kneel and apologize, I will dissolve our May bond," he said indifferently. I froze again. He would terminate our mateship because of Sophia? Bastard. Lexi growled. "Hayden, you are too much." I yelled at him. "I'm the Luna of the pack, and I will never kneel in front of anyone. And no one can force me to. It's in the pack's rule. The pack's rules." Hayden snorted. I straightened my back and lifted my chin. It stated that no one can force a Luna to kneel or apologize for something she didn't do. To my surprise, Hayden laughed. "Charlotte, do you think, as the Luna of the pack, you can do anything freely and not apologize for your wrongdoings?" he mocked me. "It seems to me you have been abusing your power as the Luna of the pack." He stood up and came to stand before me. Reaching out his hand, he pinched my chin forcefully. "And to let you know, I was the one who made those rules, and as the maker of the rules, I am now telling you to kneel and apologize to Sophia," he snarled. From the corners of my eyes, I saw Milla had a gleeful expression, and Sophia had a triumphant smile. "You believe someone else's words rather than your mate?" I, stupidly, still thought that I could make him believe me instead of that bitch, Sophia. "Enough, Charlotte. No matter how many times you try to deny it, the evidence is clear. Everyone saw what you did. He released my chin forcefully, and I staggered back a few steps from the force. You really don't believe me. I felt my heart turning cold. There really was no use in defending myself now. I looked at Sophia and saw her looking weak and pitiful once again, with tears streaming down her face. Sophia really was a good actress. I don't like to repeat my words, Charlotte. Kneel and apologize or I'll break our May bond and divorce you, Hayden said coldly. I will never kneel or apologize for something I didn't do, I said stubbornly and left the hospital without turning to look at Sophia, Mila, or even Hayden. Charlotte! Hayden roared out my name, but I ignored him and kept walking toward the pack's main house, where I lived with Hayden as the alpha and Luna of the pack. Just as I stepped into the hall, I heard the screech of a car. I turned around to see a fuming Hayden. Charlotte, are you still unwilling to kneel and apologize? He asked with narrowed eyes. I've told you before. I won't kneel or apologize for something I didn't do, I told him coldly. Guards, he yelled before I could say anything further. 2 guards appeared out of nowhere and seized my arms. Make her kneel, Hayden commanded.
Please download Novels Ago and search the code in the upper left corner to continue reading.